Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our Heavenly Parent Holy Community Oceania morning hundoke. And today we have Reverend Margaret Sisserson presenting on this beautiful Wednesday, the 4th of March, 2026, or the 16th of January in the 14th year of Chongelgok. Thank you all for coming, and let's begin, as always, with a bow to our true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind, Chanchi Champuning Chombe Paro. And let's recite our family pledge, both in Korean and English.
가전맨세 2. 전일국 주인 우리 가족은 참 사랑을 중심하고 하늘 부모님과 참 부모님을 모시어 전주의 대표적 가정이 되며 중심적 가정이 되어 가정에서는 효자, 국가에서는 춘신, 세계에서는 성인, 전주에서는 선자의 가정의 도리를 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다.
Family pledge number 2. Our family, the owner of Chongelguk, pledges to represent and become central to heaven and earth by attending the Heavenly Parent and True Parents. We pledge to perfect the dutiful family way of filial sons and daughters in our family, patriots in our nation, saints in the world, and divine sons and daughters in heaven and on earth by centering on true love.
Thank you, and I wish to share again Father's prayer. Please allow us to pursue a true life with a gentle, humble attitude. The person who lives for the world and is raised up by the world is not the kind of person who insists that he is great. We must truly understand that it is the kind of person who should be raised up by you, who do not reveal yourself, and who walk the path of hard work in a lonely place. Please let us realize that sons and daughters who work hard, quietly thinking of you, in order to return that joy to you as yours, are more needed than people who make efforts to obtain whatever kind of happiness there may be as the pride of this people. Our hard-working Father, our lonely Father, if we are sons and daughters who truly know the dramatic situation of sorrow of our Father, who has endured closing his eyes, biting his lips, and biting his tongue, we must truly feel that you, who have carried the grief of 1,000 years in your heart, cannot receive comfort through people who seek for satisfaction in the life of one day. In spite of being people who are passing through a historical age in which we must live lives of reform, lives of inspiration, which cannot hold back the tears, even if we have the grief of it taking our entire lives. Before you, we should, of course, live true lives with gentle, humble attitudes. But on the contrary, we must realize that we are making your work harder, and we are giving you heavier crosses to carry, and we have pushed you out on a lonely path. And not only that, we must realize that we have been in the vanguard position, striking the people of heaven's side as descendants who receive the evil blood lineage. We must discover that we are those who cannot even request forgiveness from you through anything in heaven and earth. Then please make us realize that we can truly find you and relate to you only if in lamentation and anguish. We must have minds which seek to offer to you our lives which have caused grief in relation to your will. We earnestly hope that you will allow us to feel that this is the most important event, greater than anything else in our lives. We have humbly prayed all these things in the name of the true parents, Arju. Thank you. And before we welcome up Margaret, we'll share this praise song. So please enjoy.
어제 전국에 봄비가 내렸습니다. Yesterday, spring rain fell across the entire nation at Cheonjeonggung. As you can see on the photo, there was a unique phenomenon where the grounds were covered in white snow and while rain fell below. I felt that this was surely a sign of Hyojin-nim and Hyungjin working together with us. Furthermore, today, on the day of the first full moon, a total lunar eclipse occurred. The red moon rose into the sky, feeling as the True Father and True Mother were warmly embracing heavenly Japan. During this hour, I hope you will feel the presence and works of True Father, True Mother, Hyojin-nim and Hyungjin who are here with us, and that this may be a time of deep resonance for you.
마지막 잎새가 떨어진 후 벌써 겨울은 가고 다시 찾아온 봄비같이 당신은 내 가슴 다시 돌아와 기다리던 내 사랑 영원히 사랑해 봄비와 같이 봄비와 같이 봄비와 같이 감사합니다.
Thank you, and let's give a warm welcome to Margaret as she shares this morning. You there, Margaret?
Good morning.
Good morning.
You can see?
We can see the screen. We can't see you, but we can see our families are the owners of recreation. Yes.
Okay, where is my
Camera. Mm.
the thing? Okay, I can do it from channel. Sorry, we're dealing with a small screen here.
Okay.
Audio is on. Hang on, here we go. Camera on. There we go.
Oh, hello. Good. We see you now.
Okay. All right. Good morning, everyone. Happy March 4th. Our families are the owners of recreation. The owners of recreation, August 15, 2003, Little Angels Performing Arts in Seoul, Korea World Peace Summit Conference in 2003. From Pyeonghwa-gyeong. It is important to understand that it is not God's responsibility to bring about God's liberation.
It is our responsibility. If it were God's responsibility, He would not even have allowed Adam and Eve to commit the fall. The staggering fact is that responsibility for the fall lies with the family of Adam. During history before now, not a single person fully understood this point. The owner of recreation does not refer to God. It refers to our families. This is the reason our families are so important. The foundation of Jong-il-kuk, which is the world of God's original ideal, is the family. Please understand that when I founded this movement at the age of 25, I did so with full knowledge of all these facts. As it was then, so it is now. We need to make a new starting point from this original Adam-like position. Beneath the tradition of purity. Just wanted to say something about this picture. This is Father fishing at the Hudson River, one of my favorite pictures. Respected guest, do you know the main point of the speech I delivered at the ceremony marking the founding of the family party? It is an educational movement to promote good governance, and my speech concerned the recording of marriages and birth. It begins not with the recording of my marriage, but with the recording of God's marriage and God's birth. God, along with Adam, never had a marriage ceremony as the Lord who created the universe. God was never able to record his birth or marriage. Who was responsible for this? It was Adam who fell. And we are so blessed with our true parents and to be alive at this time to experience it in history. This is the reason that the true parents have to liberate God on the foundation of having offered to God the enthronement ceremony for the kingship of God. God originally stood in an autonomous position and would do as he pleased with every object partner in the creation of the heavens and earth, from the smallest to the largest. However, because of the fall, he could not make a start as the owner of Chongyuku. He could not assert himself freely. We must understand this mortifying fact, because it was the family of Adam and Eve that ruined the realm of creation and freedom that was originally God's. The perfected family of Adam and Eve has to remake this universe anew. Therefore, if from this moment you determine with a deep conviction to renew your family in accordance with the direction of God's will, all will go well for you. As we heard from Reverend Yamada sharing, always on Reverend Du messages, and Reverend Du is calling to this very same point, that we can realize this love in our families. Why do we need religion? Please be aware that religion is needed because of the human fall. However, people are sending religions to the sidelines today. So true. Reverend Moon and Mrs. Moon, the true parents, are making everything under heaven new with their own hands. They have even built God's original palace where he can be completely liberated, can enter the realm of kinship and be restored to the rightful realm as the owner of the heavenly kingdom. If you understand this content, you need to mark this day as a new beginning and become sons and daughters of God with strong conviction and confidence to fulfill your responsibility. All that would remain then would be to have your family centered on God. You must make a determination also to stand with the political policies on heaven's side and set straight the countries that until now have been associated with political policies on Satan's side and have caused heaven to suffer persecuting religions. You must become owners who build the original homelands and fatherlands where you would like to live. You must become people who give true love to all of nature. All things, even plants and animals, must be recreated. Because of the fall, they lost the reciprocal realm of true love in which to exist. The realm of true love only existed until Adam and Eve reached ages 16, their age at the time of the fall. After their fall, this realm was divided. We must now take responsibility as though it were a mistake committed by our own hands that ruined the entire world. The blessed family that makes the determination to take responsibility to accomplish restoration will be the owner of Chong Il Kuk. Please realize that all humanity today stands in the position of having been born simultaneously into the realms of heaven and hell. However, these two realms of good and evil are now like brothers in a family. Therefore, you need the heart to embrace a family and help the parents equally love the older and the younger brothers. You need to feel a love that, based on your own experience, deeply understands, sympathizes with this family situation. Otherwise, when you go to the spirit world, you will not be able to live in a family qualified for the royal palace. Instead, you will wander continuously around that vicinity for thousands and even tens of thousands of years. Such good reminders of how important our life is on earth that we learn this ability to love. And doing tribal Messiah, even they are your family, it's not easy to love them. As Reverend Sudo used to say, it's easy to love something that is beautiful, but it's not easy to love something that is unlovable, that is ugly. And sometimes ugliness is this fallen nature that surfaces in myself as well as what I see in others. As ancestors of the coming generations, you have to dedicate all your sincerity and effort to the task of passing on a lineage of chastity and fidelity, a pure lineage based on pure love. You have a responsibility to your family that you need to fulfill before you die, even if it means that you offer up your life hundreds and thousands of times before you are able to go over that mountain. You must travel this path with a constant spirit of one heart, one body, and one thought. This concept of chastity and fidelity is really the center of Christianity. Uh, that Christianity has been tasked to educate the young people to be pure before marriage, and once you're married, to have a fidelity within your marriage. To coin Father's term, the absolute sex. And it's always a comfort to me when I speak to religious, that this is such an easy way to connect Father's true parents' mission uh, at our time, to reawaken this old tradition that is now uh, not being practiced. God has had this level of seriousness, and so Reverend Moon, who founded the Family Federation, has had unsurpassed seriousness to establish a clear family tradition of purity and fidelity. Like it or not, you have to do your best and leap ahead on this path with all your strength in order to achieve the goal. A new age of heavenly understanding is coming. The age has arrived when we can establish nations based on blessed families. That is, families that have received God's direct blessing. Therefore, you need to set everything right and be on full alert. Please become families that produce heavenly princes and princesses who are wholly qualified to attend heaven's ideal purpose of creation. This is something that I get inspired with when in witnessing, in that if someone get blessed, they are in the position to produce God's heir. So witnessing is not to increase membership in my mind always. It's how a person can multiply God's lineage. I remember at one time at his garden in 2009, Father asked the sisters in the front row to stand, and he asked one by one, "How many children do you have?" And Father would say, "Why you don't have more? You need to increase God's children." So this is really the opportunity in witnessing to help people produce God's children. Please understand very clearly that the overall purpose is to inherit this foundation of victory, to live in attendance to God, and return to one nation, one culture, one world, one brother and sisterhood, and one realm that is an expansion of the family that lives in peace on earth and in heaven forever and ever. It is incredible that something such as family party could emerge. So we have seen while true father was on the earth, him and true mother created the kinship, enthronement of kinship. Now in our lifetime, true mother has introduced the fullness of our heavenly parent. So after these three sacred ceremony, True Mother gave her message and proclamation. These are True Mother's words now. Heavenly Parent, the creator and master of the universe, today we have finally reached this unique day after you patiently endured and waited for 6,000 years due to the fall. Heavenly Parent, we thank you. We offer our profound gratitude and our humble apologies. Now you are truly the rightful master of this earth. Our second, third, and fourth generations, the pure water, born of many blessed families, who exist because of true parents, are going out to the world to impart the vision of your earthly kingdom across the land. From this day forward, Heavenly Parent, please embrace and love your children with all your heart. This world will now gradually be set in order under your dominion, and a world of family of humankind attending Heavenly Parent with love will surely unfold. In the name of Holy Mother Han, I proclaim to the world that the gates of heaven, the gates of God's kingdom of Chongilko, are now wide open. This is the voice of the Heavenly Parent. And we live in a world in these last days where there are many things happening, but we already have seen and have heard the voice of heaven through our true mother. So we don't shake a leaf with all these things that are happening. We stay focused and we keep going forward. Adieu.
You. Thank you, Margaret, for sharing, and I want to share again another praise song for us to reflect over before we share together. So I'll just bring that up and let's enjoy.
없는 고통 속에 인류를 위하여 드디어 오신 참 부모님 그 사랑의 힘으로 세상을 구원이 희망이 보이네 긴 세월
Heavenly Japan will absolutely be victorious. We will offer victorious report to our beloved Holy Mother and True Mother. Adieu.
차려 경례 바로
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, very inspiring message this morning, Margaret, and yeah, all highlighting really at the beginning there. Yeah, if it was God's responsibility, the fall would never have happened in the first place. But it is our responsibility. It's not a past person's responsibility. It's easy to think responsibility is separate because we're each unique individuals, and we know we're supposed to grow up. But actually, God is a united entity of both male and female. And so, until we are a united entity as a couple, then we never get to understand God's heart fully. You only get to understand it from one perspective, either male or female. But Adam and Eve together were meant to be, as we know, the embodiment of God substantially on earth, the original true parents, but they never did it. And it's become our responsibility. So always, when I think about responsibility, and in the past, I always used to just think it was personal. But I realized it's not personal. It's I'm only part of God. The male aspect. I need my spouse, the female aspect, and we need to be united. And then we start to take on responsibility. That is the responsibility together. And then, like in that song, the very last song there, together we will make it happen. And I realized that it's not just one family, it's everyone. So it's a group responsibility. So I've always been thinking, how can we do together? And we know that we have to witness, and witnessing creates new blessed families, and then it creates a new entity that's able to work together. And I noticed that during especially that Chongqing won 1,500. That was a turning point because Reverend Lee, Reverend Lee Gison, he said that Father had instructed to have 144,000 people together, focused on realizing Chong Il Guk. And then he was able to proclaim that not only 144,000, but 145,000 members together. And then more and more, I realized that we can't do it alone. We have to do it together. And we are tribal messiahs. And then, thinking, I think it's common for many of us to be difficult to witness to our own family. And I think it occurred to me that we need the help of other blessed families to witness to our families, because our families know us and therefore they don't really regard us. And even Jesus said, his own family don't know him. You had to go somewhere else to find people who could understand the heart of heaven. And today, the thought came to me, I should ask someone else to witness to my family. I've never actually asked that. I've always just thought I have to do it. But I realized that how do we apply genuine, wholesome group responsibility? Anyway, just some of my thoughts, because the gates of heaven are wide open, so everyone can go. So thank you, and open it up to anyone else who wants to make a comment. Please do. Yes, Jeff, go ahead.
Yeah, on that last point, John, I guess it's all about witnessing the Cain families or three archangels or John the Baptist, to testify really. So our focus to restore our own families is really on raising up others to testify really. A prophet is never, as you said, accepted in his own land, so by his own people. So we really stand in that position. And I was so amazed by Rousey and Stallings and Ndanga when they really proclaimed True Mother at that special prayer vigil is really exactly what they're supposed to do, to testify to True Mother on behalf of Christianity, I suppose, and the rest of the world, really. So yeah, it gives you any good reason to go out there and find people and not just take care of our own clan. Of course, we need to take care of them, constantly pray for them day and night. But yeah, our victory will come through other people, really, witnessing to our families. Yeah. Thank you, Sister Margaret.
Yeah, thank you.
Very nice, clear presentation this morning. Thank you for finding that for us.
Thank you. Yes, Margaret, yeah.
I just wanted to share a recent testimony. The leader of the nuns here in Palau just turned 83 years old. And so every Wednesday we get vegetables from a farm, and I bring it to them. And it was also her birthday, so we had a chance to sit and share a little bit. And I asked her, I remember her pictures when she was young, a very beautiful lady that could have married well. And so I asked her, "Did you ever think of getting married?" And she said, "No." And I said, "Why?" Because her experiences with all the married people in her family were not inspiring. They fought a lot, many problems, and I thought, I want the happy life. I don't want to be miserable throughout my whole life. So I chose to just give my life to God, and so I said, "So are you happy now?" "Oh, I have had so many times now to rethink about that thought from the very beginning, because I realize you need someone close to love you." He said, "Now I get pets, I get cats, but the cats don't love back." Um, so there it is. Um, without male and female, it's not easy to feel that love from God, even though you may pray for many hours and kneel until your knees hurt, but you need that love. Just thought I'll share that.
Yeah, very true. Mhm. Yes, Greg, go ahead.
Yeah, thanks, Margot. It was a terrific speech to read this morning. I was just now trying to find the part where you read out about the family party, because it was also, that speech was in connection with Father forming the family party, and Father explained very briefly that that we need to have an influence politically. So of course that's what the government is accusing True Mother of and putting her in prison about. But actually it's completely wrong. And anyway, that I just noticed in this, I was just trying to find the exact quote, but you might know where it is, but in that speech, yeah. But it's very interesting why Father formed the family party and why we need to influence government in the heavenly direction. Yeah, anyway, Margaret, thank you. It was really inspiring speech this morning. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. And also, before we go to our unison prayer, that we should pray, because today's the 4th, and I understand today Japan will be given the decision whether it's dissolved or not. I'm not sure what time that's going to take place. I don't know if Reverend Yutaka knows the time that will happen when they'll make the announcement, but obviously we need to pray that the best outcome happens, but also be ready for any outcome. Yeah. Does anyone know what time it's going to be? Morning, afternoon? No. Suppose it doesn't matter. It'll happen today sometime, and we'll find out. So yeah, thank you. So I'll just.
You unmute if you unmute. It's gonna be 11 a.m. in Japan.
11
So
a.m.
sweet.
in Japan.
So 11 o'clock, 1 o'clock in Australia. Yeah, maybe. 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock in New Zealand. Yes.
All right, thank you. Good to know. So let's pray. So I'll just bring up the screen and we can pray together. Just 1 second. There it is. All right. So let's pray together. Thank you. Jew. Thank you, everyone, and thank you again, Margaret, for sharing. And I hope everyone has a great day. See you all again tomorrow. Okay, bye bye.